upon you with fear, disappear. Specters haunt, screams at night, vicious screams, endless fright. Legends told, torn to shreds. Your psyche, waking dead. Friday night, fears embrace. Eyes wide, arms race. Grotesque past, shadows near. Upon you with fear, disappear, disappear. Specters haunt, screams ignite. Vicious screams, endless fright, legends told. Friday night, fears embrace. Eyes wide, hearts race. Grotesque past, shadows near. Appointment with fear. Disappear, disappear. Fears embrace. Eyes wide, hearts race. Grotesque past, shadows near. Appointment with fear. Disappear, disappear. Disappear. Evil laughs, bloody might, old and new, pure terror sight, keeps with you. Truth unveils, endless dread, no veil. Friday night, fears embrace, eyes wide, arms race, grotesque past, shadows near, upon you with fear, disappear, disappear. Disappear. Chloe, let be God, but we must do you. Dot. Oh, there, free, Phil.
Hey up, it's Steve from That Old Yorkshire Geek, and welcome to episode 171 of Friday Night Upon with you. And it's Friday the 13th, so we're doing a Friday the 13th film, part 5, A New Beginning. Although it doesn't say that in the film, but that's what it is. A slightly controversial film in the series, but it's good. It's a good one. It's kind of the Halloween 3-ish of the series. even though it isn't really, but never mind. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. So, but I can't speak. But before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell, and all that stuff. If you're subscribed already, we're live on YouTube. Let me double check. I think we are. Yeah, we are. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Rumble. Yes, we are. We're not live on Twitch because I don't do Twitch anymore. Just because for. But apologies, if you're in America land, like Win Grace and others, and Justin and all them. I know are we an hour earlier or an hour later? I don't know. I can't work it out in my brain. You've done you've sprung forward, and we don't do it until 29th of March. So another couple of weeks, and then we'll be back in sync. So apologies if I'm early or late. I can't work it out. I'm a late. All right, fair enough. Right, but everybody, all the American channels that I watch, they're all early for me. They're an hour early. Anyway, right, so Friday the 13th part. I haven't finished, have I? Explore the description for links for stuff like merch and me books. There's one of them. Both of them are on Amazon Kindle and paperback. My other channels, my other websites, my social medias, blah blah blah, Spotify, etc. And become a member, and then get early access videos and exclusive videos and stuff like that, and emojis in the chat. Join us in the live chat if you've been a member for more than a day. Not a member, a subscriber for more than a day, and then you can join in the live chat as long as you behave yourself, and then you won't get booted. But anyway. Right, so I'm in a bit of a mood. I'm genuinely in a bit of a mood. I've had this last, 35 minutes before the stream started, everything went wrong. The cats went mental. I was knocking things down the back of the TV, and everything was going wrong. It was. So, but anyway, we got started. I got it sorted just in time. So I'm in a bit of a mood. So anyway. Wingray says, if this is the live chat, does that make the regular chat the dead chat? I don't know, is the regular chat? There's comments, isn't there? But yes, it does, especially on a Friday for Appointment with Fear. The undead chat, even. I do like my thing I've got there. Look, cool, isn't it? Jason mask with a light. That. I'd had problems with that as well. I tried to put it up on the TV, it wouldn't stay there, and getting dead mad. Anyway, and Justin's here saying hello, everyone. Hello, Justin. Welcome to the show. We're just getting started. Right, Friday the 13th, A New Beginning. Directed by Danny Steinman. It was his last film, apparently. I don't know what he'd done before this. Let's have a look. What had he done before this? High Rise. Oh, right. Oh, no, which was apparently a Rudy film. Let's have a look. What's he done? Filmography. As director. High Rise. The Unseen. Oh, that rings a bell. Have I seen that? I might have done. Stars Barbara Bach, Savage Streets and Friday the 13th. Apparently, shortly after this film, he had a really bad motoring accident, a car accident or something like that, which took him years to get over, and he never directed another film again, and he passed away in 2012, which is sad. But anyway, it stars people you've never heard of: Melanie Kinnaman, John Shepherd, Shavar Ross, Richard Young, Marco St. John. Who else is in it? Tiffany Helm, who has got a famous mum. Well, kind of famous. But we'll get to that. Vernon Washington, who we've seen in another film. I'll point him out when we get to him. The only famous person in it is Corey Feldman, and he's only in it right at the beginning. But anywho. And there's a Voorhees in this, Debbie Sue Voorhees, who has a memorable role, which we'll get to, and I'm going to have to be careful, because there's lots of boobage in this film. Not a huge amount of gore, because it was ransacked by the MPAA, as was, I think part 6 was as well. For a couple of these films, they just went mental, did the MPAA, and just told them to take things out, or you're getting an X certificate. So they had all these, elaborate gruesome deaths, and you hardly see anything in any of them. But there's a bit of boobage going on anyway. And Justin says a $5 super sticker. Thank you very much. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's that weird animal that I don't know if it's a cat, a dog, or whatever it is. But thank you, Justin. Yes, he was a horn director. Yes, I've just found out that. I didn't know. I just looked him up. His first film was a Rudy film. But anyway. Right, so, I haven't finished, have I? Had a budget of $2 million, 2.2, box office 20, we'll say 22, it's near enough, $22 million, so it made 10 times its budget back, so, it did well. Didn't do quite as well as the previous films, but, it did well enough. But there were a critical, sort of like blowback to the film, because they tried something a bit different with this. We are going to spoil it, by the way, obviously. But they tried something a bit different, so they went back. In the next film, they went back to the original format. So, but that's why I say it's kind of like the Halloween 3 of the Friday the 13th series, sort of, but never mind. I figured it out. It's a Shiba Inu. What is? What are you on about? I have no idea what that is. That is way over my head. This was the beginning of the shredding of the horror films. The others were kind of looked over. Yes, like I say, I think for these next two, for 5 and 6, the MPAA really had it in for them, didn't it? But I think after that, it wasn't quite as bad. So maybe it was a different regime going on or something at the MPAA. I don't know. The animal just... Oh, is that what it is? A Shiba Inu. Oh, is that a dog? Is that a kind of dog? A Japanese dog. Right, fair enough. Right, what are you on about then? Right, fair enough. It's a Shiba Inu. That Japanese dog. I imagine it is. A cute Japanese dog. All cute Japanese girls go, cutie dog. Sorry, a mental... Don't know what's up with me today. Right, we'll get on with this film. We're not going to watch it, obviously, because YouTube would go mental and I'd get copyright claims and the stream would just stop. And I'll probably get copyright claims anyway, but I'm going to put the overlay on, so hopefully that'll help, because it's a Paramount film and they're terrible recently. But anyway. Right, so... I'm pressing the wrong buttons, so off we go. I will put the overlay on. There it is, and I'll put myself down in the corner. I can never remember which one it is. Whatever, that one I'll do. And we'll start the film. I shall full screen this baby and we'll get on with it. We're not going to start the film. We're going to watch it in a series of stills. May play the odd snippet. Is it going to come on? There it is. Right, so, by the way, the DVD, I got this box set, this Blu-ray box set, and the special features are pretty good. Even on I think, disc... I can't remember. It's the 8 movie collection. It goes up to Friday the 13th, part 8 in this. And 5, the last 2 discs I've got both films on. So we've got 5 and 6 on one disc and 7 and 8 on another disc. And all, they've still got, I was expecting there'd be no special features, but they've still got all the special features on. Behind the scenes documentaries and commentaries and stuff like that, which is cool. Anyway. Justice says, what's the documentary? His name was Jason. I think you told me about this. I might have seen it, I can't remember, last time. Because we had a Friday the 13th the other week, didn't we? Give us a very good detail on the series. Last month, should I say. Also, the commentary is good. 1980 horror and onward. I'm a bit of a history buff on it. I'll have to send you a link and you could just take over and I'll sit back like that. While Justin does the show. I'm filled with useless info. Probably not as much as me. I know really useless info, such as Venus's day is longer than its year. That's my favourite bit of useless information. But anyway. Right, where were we? This film. Right, off we go. The good old Paramount Mountain. Right, we begin. It just gets on. It just comes on, by the way. And just all of a sudden there we go like that. Just no fade out or anything. It just comes on. We see a pair of feet, and it's Georgie from It. Wingray says, news came out a week or two ago, but have you all heard the Bruce Campbell news? Yes, sadly he's got a spot of cancer, hasn't he? But he's, I think it's cancer. Is it cancer, he said? But, he says it's operable, it's going to be okay, something like that, isn't it? And he's cancelled for the time being, he's cancelled his convention appearances and stuff like that, but he says, he'll be back. Arnie style. Just says, one day we'll have to show together and win Grace also. Crikey. Could the internet take it? I don't know. Maybe you mentioned it already. Oops. No, I don't think I did I? I don't think I've mentioned it, but anyway. The book Crystal Lake Memories is excellent. I've not read it. I've seen the documentary. There's a documentary in there that goes on for about, is it like 4 hours or something? It might be longer. I've seen that. That's good. But I've not read the book. Right, where were we? Oh, Georgie from it is heading into the woods. Oh, have I not muted it? No, I haven't. There we go. So here he goes, heading into the woods. It's not Georgie from it, by the way. It is it going to show us? No, it don't show us yet. It's going to show us in a minute. We see there's a grave there, Jason Voorhees. Not a lot of money spent on that. But there we see, it's Corey Feldman behind my face. It's Corey Feldman. And they got him back for one day. We're busy filming The Goonies during this, and he were working like 6 days a week. So they got him in on a Sunday and just wet him through while they did this. I don't think he were actually on this. I don't know if you're actually on this location, but I think they just maybe shot his where you could see his face and just pelted him with water and had him react to stuff. But anyway, so there he is, Corey Feldman. Justin says, it would be like Avengers Assemble. The Thursday Night Berry. Is that what we're going to call the show? When we all get together. Anyway, where were we? Right, so there is Jason Voorhees' grave. Like I said, not spent a lot on a gravestone, but they've gone to the effort to put some stones around the pile, the earthen pile. Or mound, should I say. Anyway, right, he hears voices, so he goes running off, hides in the bushes. Some chaps come along. It's basically the opening sequence-ish to part 6, because that starts off as a similar vein, doesn't it? Somebody digging up Jason. But we see him digging him up. It's not a very deep grave. I think they've just scooped out a bit of earth and just shoved his coffin in. And because they soon get to it, there it goes. There, look, it's not 6 foot down, is it? Justice says this was apparently when Corey walking was that old lady. Oh, right, I see what you mean. Yeah, the scene, him being followed. Right, okay, right, I see what you mean now, yes. An old lady playing Corey in the wellies. See, it's the magic of movies. But anyway. Right, so anyway, they dig him up and open up the coffin, thusly. Where is it? There it is. Look, open it up and look inside, and we see. Hang on, it's skipping too bloody much. They look inside and see Jason there, all covered in wiggly worms. Is it going to show him, for Christ's sake? Anyway, is it going to show him? No, see, it's too. There we go. There he is, covered in wiggly worms, because he's in a grave. Can you see? You can't really make that out, can you? Never mind. Nothing we can do about it. You'll have to make do. Anyway, sod it. We'll risk it, shall we? I'll go back to this, because you can't see anything from my stupid face. I've got to make that more transparent, haven't I? So for this one, we'll go back to that. There we go. We'll see how we do. Copyright claim. Here it comes. And the director said this was shot in Corey's grandfather's backyard. Yeah, he did. The director did say it was. Well, I think he said it was Corey's house or something. In the commentary, he says it was like Corey's house, but yet in the behind the scenes, Corey Feldman said it was his neighbour's house. So who knows? Anyway, wiggly worms on Jason, and then obviously he comes back to life. Hang on, get rid of that. He comes back to life, and there you go. Hang on, there we go. Buried him with his machete. There's reasons. and stabs one fella and gets this other fella with whatever that is. I'm not exactly sure what it is. What is it? He doesn't really show us. Stabbed that other fella. He's got him with, I don't know what it is. Something sharp, but I don't know what it is. And then he rises from the grave, and goes to get Corey Feldman. There we go, gets his machete and goes to strike. We can see, by the way, it's the ski mask, hockey mask, not ski mask, hockey mask with the red thing on. That's important. And he's going to get him, and he raises up his machete and slashes when he's ready. And then we see, no, he says no, and for God's sake, there we go. And then it's all a dream, and Tommy, Corey Feldman is Tommy Jarvis. This is the second film in the Tommy Jarvis trilogy. He's grown up a bit, and I think I don't know how many years have passed. 10-ish. I don't know. I don't know if it says. Does it say? Does it say how many years have passed? Plot. Come on, plot. Where are you? Oh, it's 5. Only 5 years. 5 years have passed. A teenage Tommy Jarvis. He looks about 30, doesn't he? Anyway. Here he is. He was having a dream. And we see that he's on his way to somewhere. There we go. We see Unger Institute of Mental Health. And I think one of the drivers is, this fella here that's reading. We see him again in a bit. I don't know the character's name, but he's looking at a nudie magazine. Right, so and then we get hit the titles. Paramount Pictures presents, for Pete's sake. There we go, Friday the 13th. Boom, a new beginning. And then we see this mask. Hang on, does it show? Hang on, let's have a look. Here comes Jason's mask. Oh no, just burst through. We can see it's got blue on it and not red. I wonder if that makes as a reason for that. I don't know. Wingray says, speaking of age, just saw that Ryan Reynolds is the Wilfred Brimley. Oh, it's the same age, yes, now as Wilfred Brimley was in Cocoon. He was 49, wasn't he? When Wilfred Brimley did Cocoon, he was 49, playing like a senior citizen, wasn't he? And but he was only 49, wasn't he, when he filmed that. So is Ryan Reynolds 49 now? Fair enough. Same age, yes. There we go. A new beginning. They don't say part 5, they just say a new beginning for some weird reason. There we get loads of credits. There we go. Melanie Kinnaman, who is super pretty. Wasted in this film, if you ask me. John Shepherd. Not that John Shepherd. Not from Stargate Atlantis. I think John Shepherd plays Tommy Jarvis. I'll just double check. Where have I put the cast list? Oh, I forgot. Another thing that happened, I lost all my bloody links and everything. So I've had to put them all back in again. Where are we looking for now? In credits order. Well, they're not though, are they? Unless they're end credits. For Christ's sake. Oh, never mind, I'll look on Wikipedia. For Christ's sake. Yes, John Shepherd is Tommy Jarvis, the grown-up version. John Shepherd was offered part 6 also. All right, but they got that other chap in, didn't they? In the one in part 6, is it the same fella that were in? I'm going to look that up now. Actually, the same fella that were in Return of the Living Dead. I'm going to look that up. I'm probably one, but I thought it was. Yes, it was Tom Matthews. Yes. I'll just double check that. Come on, Tom, where are you? Yes, Return of the Living Dead. Yes, I thought it was. Right, where were we? John Shepherd. Shavar Ross, who looks really familiar, but I've not seen him in anything else. He's just got one of those faces. He's a kid in this, by the way. Vernon Washington, blah 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 blah. Tiffany Helm, got a famous mum. Special appearance by Corey Feldman. We don't see him again. Music by Harry Manfredini. Get through all this, blah blah. Lot of credits. I think they're padding out the runtime after all the MPAA cuts. The credits are quite. The end credits are quite long as well. And directed by Danny Steinman. Right, so we begin. Here we are. Pinehurst Youth Development Centre. So here they are. Here comes Tommy. That's where he's going to stay. It's like a halfway house for like young people with behavioural or mental problems. But there he is. We see him again later. What does he have a name? Does he have a name in this? I can't remember. He dies. He's one of the victims later, by the way. I don't know. I can't remember. Siobhan Ross was in Different Strokes. He was in a few episodes, but that's going back a long way. I don't really remember a lot about Different Strokes. Apart from Gary Coleman. And anyway, but never mind. But in the behind the scenes, they did say he were in Different Strokes. I think they were doing it at the while they were doing this. I think he was in Different Strokes at the same time, wasn't he? I think. Anyway, right. So here he comes. Here comes Tommy. There's Melanie Kinnaman, doing the best to make her not look pretty somehow. But anyway, right. It kind of reminds me of a little bit. I forgot a bloody name now. I was thinking about it as I was watching and I forgot a blooming name. Sandra Dickinson in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy TV series, the BBC TV series. It kind of reminds me of her. She played Trillian. But anyway. Right, so here he is at the Pinehurst Youth Development Centre, whatever the hell it's called. Getting introduced to everybody. This is Matt. By the way, she plays... Can't remember. I've got to look it up. Pam. She plays Pam Roberts, and they've got Richard Young there as Dr. Matt Letter. Help destroy a family tradition, prevent child abuse. Okay, what the heck's going on there? I don't know what's going on there. Is it dolphins or whales jumping out of the water? I don't know what's going on. And is that a dinosaur? I don't know. Or is it Godzilla? Oh, does it say there? I think it does, doesn't it? Yeah, it is Godzilla. Anyway, so they're introducing him, blah, blah, blah. Tommy, this isn't a prison because he's been in a mental institution for 5 years after what happened at the end of part 4 where he basically chopped up Jason Voorhees. Or did he? But anyway. And it obviously affected him and is not seen his... and remember his mum were killed, his mum who used to like jogging in the rain and stuff, but we don't know what happened to his sister. The house director was in Indy 3. Yes, that's where I know him from. Yes, thank you. Yes, I thought I know his face, and I couldn't think where from. But yes, it was in Indiana Jones: The Last Crusaders. The inspiration for Indy, wasn't he? Yes, he gave Indiana Jones his hat. Yes, that's yes, thank you, Justin. Hell yeah. I knew his face from somewhere. I thought he looks familiar, and I couldn't place him. Anyway, right, so off he goes to his room. They're looking him up, reading his file. He chopped up Jason Voorhees essentially, and they had him on loads of drugs, and he has hallucinations and stuff like that, as we will see. So he's in his room now, looking at a photo of his hot mum, who unfortunately was taken away by Jason, and his equally hot sister, who we don't see. I think on the disc there's like a little faux documentary about what happened after part 4, with people portraying the police and stuff like that, and people who were not involved but were around at the time, and they said that she used to visit him when he was in the mental institution, but then after a while she just stopped seeing him. She just stopped going because he didn't seem to be getting any better. But anyway, but apparently he has now because they let him out, and there's the dog. I think did the dog survive? I don't know, probably. Just says this movie gets so much hate, it's actually good. It is a really good film. It's probably one of the better ones, to be completely honest. But anyway, so there he is. We see he's got a knife. This is Chekhov's knife, which we'll see later. So he pops it away, hides it under his bed. But he doesn't go looking for it under his bed later on. He just has it later on. Why did he just put it back in his pocket? I don't know. Because I don't think they'd be bothered, because they let, crazy people, and I will say crazy because he is, just, use an axe in this. So I don't think they'd be bothered about a bloody pocket knife. Are you talking about on DVD? That was funny. I don't know. I forgot what I said already. Oh dear. Anyway, so he goes to put his stuff away, and he goes into a cupboard, and then a scary spider drops down. This is where we're introduced to Siobhan Ross as Reckless Reggie. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing here, by the way. There you go. He comes out. It looks like, it looks like it should be in different strokes, doesn't it? I've got to be honest, it reminds me of one of the, remember the band The Bus Boys? I think the two did Eddie Murphy, didn't they? It reminds me of somebody in that, the singer out of the Bus Boys. But anyway, a kid version of him. Anyway, where were we? So his reckless Reggie says, I'm scared of nothing. And then he turns around with his mask. Because remember, Tommy Jarvis wears masks. What happened between 4 and 5? Yes, it's on the Blu-ray. I presume it's on the DVD as well. Yes, a little documentary about what happened, but done as though it really happened. You know what I mean? Not a behind the scenes thing. Anyway, we see that he's got a mask on, so he scares Reggie with that. So there we go, and he has a little. Don't smile, but he has a little twitch of his lip there. There we go, like that. So yeah, so he scared him. There you go. Then we see he's still got his masks. Look, and he won't let. By the way, John Shepherd only has 24 words of dialogue in this film. He doesn't say a lot in it. He doesn't like it when Reggie tries to touch his mask. He says, no, he says, don't have to go twist that shape about it. It's not, like you made them or something. And he says, I did. There you go. So anyway. Right, so anyway, but he's telling him that, there we go, he's just visiting. My granddad works here. So is he visiting or does he live? I don't know. It doesn't really, I don't know. But he's staying there for some reason. And his granddad is Vernon Washington, who played, we'll get to him. Right, anyway, we hear a police car, police sirens, so he goes to check that out there. We've got a split, there's action. And then we see a police car coming. We see a couple of the other residents who we'll meet later. So here comes the sheriff, and he's found a couple of the residents over on the neighbours' land. We're going to meet the neighbours in a minute as well, the Hubbard place. And I can't remember what they're called. Them two, is it Lana and... I'll have to look. I can't look there, can I? No, Tina and somebody else. I can't remember. But she's Tina. She's Debbie Sue Voorhees. Did she get the role just because her surname is Voorhees, or because she's got a spectacular chest on her? Anyway. She says, yeah, it was a fan film. Comedy skit also. Tommy would not play Tiger. Right. Yes, would not play it. Yes, just said that. Was it a fan film? I thought it was like a special, they'd done for it. Sorry, I remember the skit. That's fine. I thought it was something that they'd done, for the DVD or whatever. Anyway. And it is funny. Right, so they found them basically having it off on the neighbours because they're always at it, these two. Does it tell us their names? I've forgotten. I know she's Tina, but I can't remember his name. He's going to tell us. Somebody says something in the dialogue. There's Tommy watching, not saying. not saying, but anyway, never mind. So he says he'll take care of it. And but anyway, here come the Hubbards. I think they are the Hubbards. I think that's their names. Yes, Ethel and Junior. Here they are on Junior's motorbike. They're supposed to be like hillbillies or something. Very foul-mouthed and dirty and all that. But apparently she's a real sweetheart in real life that plays Ethel, but she's very foul-mouthed. And he just reminds me of Randy Quaid in Independence Day. It was for the DVD. I think the cop in the fan film wrote and directed it. All right, okie dokie. So she's playing number about she don't like the halfway house being there because she thinks they're all loonies, basically, which they kind of are. But anyway, so and we said that she's not all there herself. She's the sheriff just put his hand on her shoulder. He says, "Don't touch me, I've got a bomb." What? So anyway, so off they go. Right, so the sheriff says, "Oh, I understand you got the Jarvis kid today." So, yes, he's fine and all that. And then we cut to Vic. Is it Fadden? Vic Fadden? Victor Fadden. Let's have a look. Where are we? Yes, Victor Fadden, played by Mark Venturini, who's probably the most mental character in the film because of what he does in a minute. Yes, it does remind me of Randy. Yes, it's just like the Randy Quaid character in Independence Day. But more sweary. Here he is. Why would you give somebody, that obviously has got issues, why'd you give him a bloody axe? I don't know. Anyway. So there he's chopping wood, look. He's chopped all that. I don't know what he's doing. He's just killing this log for some reason. He's chopped all that wood, now he's just killing this log. And here comes, I can't remember the names of the characters, what am I bloody like? What's he called? Can't remember the name of the bloody character. Bum, 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 bum. I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. Vic was in Return of the Living Dead also, was it? Oh, right, very good. He played Scud. I can't remember. It's a while since I've seen Return of the Living Dead. Anyway, so here comes this chap. Joey, thank you, Justin. I've only watched this film twice, in the last 2 days. Watched it yesterday with the commentary and today normally. No bloody no memory whatsoever, I'm hopeless. But he's obviously got, they've all got, like either learning disabilities or mental problems or whatever. And he's obviously, he seems to have learning disabilities and all that. Is doesn't act his age, that's what I'm trying to say. As you can see, that he eats chocolates and it gets all over his mouth. Just like me. Anyway, here he is. I was going to start offering to help everybody. Here are the two girls. That's Violet. And that's somebody else. I wish I could remember names. I don't know. I can't bloody remember. That's Violet. Who played by... Tiffany Helm, who is the daughter of Brooke Bundy, who were in Nightmare on Elm Street, Brooke Bundy played Nancy's mother. No, not Nancy's mother. Tina's mother, I think. Or just played the mother of somebody else later in the series. No, some mother of somebody else later. Whatever. And she also in Star Trek The Next Generation as one of the chief engineers in the first season of TNG. That's her mother in real life, and she's somebody else. Anyway, it's offering to help with the laundry. They don't want help, and he goes. He's got all chocolate all over himself, and he picks up one of the sheets. There we go. Hang on, see that picks up one of the sheets. There we go. It's got chocolate all over the clean sheet, so they tell him to go away, Joey. There we go. Just get out of here. And he lashes out as well. He says, well, that's how you feel. Forget it. And he does the same thing with Vic over there, who's got an axe. So he goes over to Vic. And Vic tells him to go away. And he says, I'll give you a chocolate bar if you let me help you with the wood chopping. And because I wouldn't go anywhere near him if he had an axe, because you could just by the look of him, you know you're going to get got. The redhead was in Psycho 3. Yes, they did say that in the commentary. Yes. That's another, I've only seen that once, Psycho 3. Directed by Anthony Perkins, wasn't it, Psycho 3? And it was a bit mental, innit? Anyway. So, anyway, he's chopping away, and he says, okay, he gives him one of his chocolate bars. Eat it when you're hungry, but he just chops the chocolate bar, and Joey says, well, if you're going to be like that, never mind. And he turns around to walk off, and blooming, there we go, Vic gets him, bang! I imagine this one more gruesome than the original cut, so to speak, pardon the pun, but then we just cut to police squad. Sorry, an ambulance arriving. So we see Joey's being killed by Vic, and then we see what's left of him under the blanket sheet, should I say. And so they've got Vic in the back of the police car. Is it going to show him? They've got Vic in the back of the police car. And then we see this is Roy, who's one of the paramedics or whatever. Vic was in a lot of stuff. He passed away young. Let's have a look. Who did I say? What? Where the hell is he? There we go. Mark Venturini. Yeah, I think they did say in the commentary that they went through all the people that had died, and that he did die youngish. 35 he was when he died. What did he die of? Leukemia. Died of leukemia. So that's very sad. Anyway, so this is Roy, one of the paramedics, and you can see he's shocked by what he sees. There is a reason for it, for him being shocked. There we go. Oh God! Spoilers. He's Joey's dad. What the heck, you know? He's Joey's real dad. Joey thought he were an orphan. Apparently his mum died in childbirth, and said the dad just ran off or something. Anyway, so everybody's shocked. Apart from this fella, the other paramedic, who's just taking it all lightly and laughing about it. And obviously that gets Roy a bit cross. And we do see a bit of gruesomeness, actually, because we do see that Joey's got an arm off, as well as lots of contusions. But there we see Vic looks a bit cross with his startlingly blue or grey eyes, or whatever they are, aren't they? But then we fade to black on him fuming. Anyway, right. Later that night, should have like a caption, shouldn't there? Like a comic thing in the top corner up there. Later that day, or that night, ... Hey. Justice says, this movie was true to the spirit of the original film concept. Yes, it did. Like I say, it's a good Friday the 13th film. It's probably got more deaths in this film, I think, than any of the others, probably. I think there's over 20 kills in this film, I think. I could be wrong. I haven't been counting them. I mean, does that include the ones at the beginning in the dream sequence? I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Well, we'll say 3. No, it can't be 3, can it? We'll say 2 with the dream sequence, and now another one with Joey. Yeah, that's all we've seen so far, isn't it? So we'll say 3. So I'll keep my fingers like that. And there's going to be these 2, isn't there? The other EMT was someone's son or brother of a famous actor. I don't know. We'll look it up, shall we? If I can find out who the blooming heck there. Let's have a look. I don't know his name. Maybe he'll be near Roy. Who knows? I've no idea. Trying to find it. Let's go back and see if we can see if it says in the. I thought they said that in the commentary. They might have done. I don't know. I know that they mentioned somebody else and I forgot who, but not him. I'm blanking now. Anyway, let's go back and see if he says. Does he say? So we see he's called Roy. Go back again. I want to see if anybody mentions his name. There we go. There they are. Does he have his name on his badge? Right, hang on. Not showing his bloody badge, is it? By the way, a bit of gore there. Probably the best bit. I've got Roy Burns, Sheriff Tucker. I can't everybody have name badges on. At least show us your bloody badge, for crying out loud. Not showing it, is it? Because Roy doesn't say anything back to him. Covers up his son. And then we go to that. Never mind. Something Ryan, the famous actor, was named. Let's have a look. I know that the woman that plays the waitress was married to an actor whose name I've forgotten. Somebody Sharkey. Just a minute, I will look her up. Rebecca Wood Sharkey. She played the waitress later on who gets got, and she was married to an actor. They did mention that in the commentary. Ray Sharkey's ex-wife, whoever that is. What else? Hang on, where are we? I forgot what you said. Ryan, something Ryan, didn't you? Maybe. No, let's have a look. Let's have a look at his fit. No, that's not him. No, that's the Indiana Jones fella. That's the Indiana Jones fella. Who the? Oh, there we go. That's him. I found him. William Caskey Swaim. I don't know if that's how you pronounce him. Duke Johnson is his character in this, but at least picture looks like him anyway. I'm guessing it's him. It doesn't say he's the son of anybody famous, I don't think. Anywho. Right, where were we? Oh, my, these two. I'm guessing these have got names as well, but they're broken down. Word of the killing at the halfway house has got round, so they mention it. All right, one's called Pete, and the other's called something else. C-word there, C-word. Anyway, the car's broken down, and I think this is Pete. The other one's got to fix it. Well, Pete's going to go for a dump. Vinny, there we go. Vinny and Pete. Pardon me. Right, Pete goes off for a dump. There we go. It says I'm off for a poo. He calls him a name. There we go. So off he goes into the woods, and we think, he's going to get got. At any minute now. But he sees a bunny rabbit. Hang on, where is it? Turns round. There we go. Sees a bunny rabbit. A real life one. But then, back at the car, Vinny, when it's ready. There we go. I think this is Vinny, isn't it? Yeah, this is Vinny. Is it? Whatever. One of them is trying to fix the car. And he thinks Pete's come back. Does he say Pete? Does he say his name? But we see there's somebody stood there with a flare that's obviously so bright that he can't see, the face of whomever is holding it. So it's obviously the glare is blinding him. Does he say his name? I can't remember. Yes, Pete. Right. He's Vinny then. And then he gets the flare shoved in his gob. There we go. In his fake gob. Apparently it's another that the MPAA cut. Apparently his eyes popped out and all this stuff. An elaborate animatronic head and stuff, and they all got cut out. We just cut away from that. I think the guy in the hat was in Biloxi Blues. I've never seen it. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. That was the guy in the hat was Pete, wasn't it? So let's have a look and see who played Pete. Is he going to be here? Let's have a look. Come on, Pete. Where are you? I don't think they're even. What was it? Pete and Vinny, wasn't it? Where are they? Vinny gets top billing in the cast in credits order, according to IMDb. Where the hell's Pete? Anthony Barriel played Vinny, by the way, or the fella fixing the car. Where the heck's Pete? Oh, there he is. Corey Parker. Let's have a look. Corey Parker. What's he been in? Yes, he were in Biloxi Blues. I've never seen it. Never seen it. I know it's got, what's his face? My favourite actor. Not Telly Savalas. The other one. Yeah, I'm blanking. Anyway, whatever. Is it a good movie? I'm sure it is. I've never seen it. Right, so anyway, Pete comes back. He jumps in the car. He sees, by the way, we see that he just walks past, sees that there we go, Vinny's working on the car, and just gets in and he's just muttering to himself. Apparently this part was completely ad-libbed. There he goes, just basically singing as, go on, stop starting, I'm going to kick your ass, doing all that, starting the car. And then he gets got, and there we go. Oh, by the way, that's a good, because this is another one that looks like it got, they had to change it. It got sent, by the way, this movie got sent to the MPA 9 times, and they sent it back, saying change this, take that out. Oh, they were going to give it an X rating. I said, just give it an X rating. But anyway, Pete cops for it. There we go. He gets his throat cut. But as you can see, does that. Just the zoom, do like a digital zoom on him. So not digital, but you know what I mean. A fake zoom on to cut that bit out, and then it just cuts to him. There we go, like that. So that's them two. Copped for by a mysterious person who we don't know. Yes, Matthew Broderick. There was my favourite actor who can't wink. Well, I don't think he can. Right, so then we fade in on Tommy Jarvis. By the way, we're supposed to think that all these different people are the killers. So Tommy Jarvis is the killer, and it's also showing us Roy, and I think also maybe Vic. Vic. I forgot to put the name already. Yeah, Victor, who killed Joey. Is he doing this? Did he escape somehow from the police? Because we saw him in the back of the car. But anyway. That guy didn't resist at all. I don't think he had a chance, did he? Got his throat cut. Anyway. So there we see Tommy's all sweaty. And John Shepherd said he were always doing loads of push-ups and stuff to get all sweaty and that. So it's genuine sweat from exercise. But we can see that he's hearing the voices in his head. He's thinking back to when he killed Jason at the end of the Thor. And we're just hearing dialogue from that. He's going, die, die. And all that. So there he's taking his pills of, I don't know what they are, some sort of tranquilizer, I imagine, or antidepressants or something. There was 4 people watching, now 2. Sorry, I ran everyone off. It says 4 now for me. I don't know. They won't hang about. Dear. Anyway. So he looks in the mirror and then he sees Jason. Does he? See, I've missed it. I've skipped over it, haven't I? There we go. He sees Jason in the mirror with the red thing on, the mask with a bloody axe, and he turns around. He's not there. He's having a hallucination. And then we cut to it's breakfast time, and here we're going to see There we go. Gramps is played by Vernon Washington. There he is. You may recognise as Otis from The Last Starfighter. And, the fella from the trailer park who says, it's going to be a sparkling day. Sparkling. Him. And, yes, there he is. This was his last film, by the way. He did a couple of TV things after this and then passed away in 1989. Anyway, they're getting the table ready for breakfast. Now, just give them some cornflakes. Bloody hell. All this elaborate preparation. Anyway. Reggie wants to go see his brother, Demon. Why his brother's called Demon, I don't know. Is it a nickname? Is he actually called that? I don't know. But apparently he's in town because he travels around a lot for no specific reason. And his granddad says that, he shouldn't go seeing because Demon's trouble. I imagine because of his name. But he seems like a nice fellow when we do actually meet him. Anyway, he tells Reggie to go get the other people and tell them that breakfast is ready. So that's what he does. He goes and shouts, "Yo, breakfast, come and get it." And that's why he says, I could have done that. Anyway. Tom Morgan plays the real Jason. He was in a lot of Star Trek. Was he? I don't know. I think we mentioned him last time, didn't we? I know he plays Jason. I think at the beginning. I think when we see real Jason, can you see me? Hello. I think he plays real Jason with the red on. I think that's Tom Morgan, isn't it? But I think it's the other fellow. I think it's the fellow that plays Roy. I think plays him. I could be wrong. When it's the other, but anyway. And sometimes it's Dick Warlock as well, isn't it, sometimes? Anyway, where were we? Yeah, breakfast, right, so they're all getting ready. Here's another two. Does it tell us? I can never remember the blooming names. She must be Lana then, if the other one's Tina, she must be Lana. And I can't remember his name. If I see it, I might remember. Eddie? I don't know. No, Lana's the bloody waitress, isn't she? Who we got? Robin. She's Robin. Juliet Cummings as Robin. She's Violet. That's Tina with the big boobs. Apparently got her fired. Her being in this film got her fired from 2 teaching jobs, apparently. Anyway. Because the students started handing pictures out of her in the nud. Yeah, so Robin and I think he might be Eddie, I'm not sure. He's got a stutter. Anyway, so we learned that she's set too many places as Violet. She's set too many places, not thinking she's set places for Victor and Joey, and it kind of starts a bit of a spat, but she sorts it out. But here comes Matt to calm things down. But then Tommy comes in, and they go, "Man, telling Eddie to come downstairs." Eddie is Tina's boyfriend, but he comes in as Eddie, wearing a mask. There we go, wearing one of Tommy's masks for fun. And so Tommy beats him up. There we go. And just starts punching the poop out of him. There we go. So Matt's got to sort him out, saying, "Calm down, it's going to be fine." Anyway, meanwhile, Ethel is chopping up a bird, chicken or whatever, a turkey, I don't know what it is. I believe it was a Klingon in the motion picture also. Was it? Oh, okie dokie. Let's look him up, shall we? Let's look up Tom Morgan. Tom Morgan, let's have a look, see what he's done. Yes, just says stunts uncredited, but yeah, probably played the Klingon in Star Trek the motion picture. Who in Pirates of the Caribbean as well. We're in that. No, is it a different one? Don't know. We're in that Red Riding Hood film. Is that I'm thinking of a different one. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm thinking of a different one. Never mind. Toolbox Murders. They were in Master and Commander. A lot of stunts. It looks obviously they were a stuntman money. It were in Enterprise. Stunt double for Keith Carradine. So that was obviously in the Enterprise, the episode. First Flight. I think it might have been. Anyway, Star Trek Nemesis for stunts. So obviously Paramount liked him, so they kept him around, didn't they, for stuff. He was in Spider-Man as well, the 2002 Spider-Man. And Star Trek Voyager, stunt performer, Nigian security officer, stunt Borg, and he played a Klingon as well. And he was in the X-Files and all. Stunt double for the cigarette smoking man. See, he's been around as Tom Morgan. Deep Impact, Mask of Zorro, stunts, lots of stunts. Independence Day, so there you go. He's been in everything. He's been in everything. Also, Double McCoy and Spock. There you go. Anyway, meanwhile, Ethel's chopping up a bird and having fun. Meanwhile, Junior's eating stew. Make the best goddamn stew in the whole wide world. I think my stew's probably better. That's one thing I'm good at is stew. But anyway, so they're having a row. Alright, she goes to the door. She thinks a coyote's getting into the chickens. So she goes to investigate. But there's a chap at the door instead. There we go. We'll get there. There he is, a chap at the door. Some sort of drifter. So we'll get another suspect in. Says, I haven't eaten in 2 days. So he wants to earn a meal. There you go. I ain't eaten in 2 days. I'd like to earn a meal. So I'm going to send him to do some labour, and she says she'll feed him. So does she ever get to feed him? I don't know. But I won't want to eat her stew after what we see her putting it later on. But anyway. So off he goes to clean out the chicken coop and do other things in a bit. A bit of a peeping Tom. I don't know who he is, by the way. I don't even know if he's got a name. Let's have a look. I don't know. I'm looking down the IMDb list of anything that doesn't look familiar. Jake? I don't know. Could be, for all I know. Or Duke. Oh no, we looked at Duke. We found Duke or the other paramedic, wasn't he? I've no idea. Oh, the Jason in the opening scene were played by Johnny Hawk. I do apologise. And Tom Morgan, yes, as Justin said, was the other Jason. As Roy Jason. Spoilers. Anyway. Fish stew, yum. I've never had fish stew. I've never even thought about having fish stew. I either use just stewy steak or corned beef. Anyway, right. So he goes off to do some stuff and become a suspect. A drifter in town. Pickled eggs, they're bloody horrible. I once tried pickled eggs. Oh, disgusting. Something that I thought would be really nice, because I like pickled onions and stuff, and other pickles. I thought, I bet pickled eggs are nice. They're bloody not, Anyway. Right, so he's off doing that. Anyway, the police, the sheriff, have found what's left of Pete and Vinny. So they're wondering what the hell's going on here? But Roy, he seems chipper all of a sudden. We're all down in the dumps when Joey were killed. Now he's all chipper. I wonder why. Don't know. But anyway, the deputy, whose hat doesn't seem to fit him properly. Looks like there's a maniac on the loose, huh, Sheriff? And then we see Roy looks better than he did. Oh, and it could disappear, look. Right, so here's the other fella that we saw earlier on who works for the Unger Mental Institute or whatever. He's in his car, doing some cool driving. I presume that's a stuntman, or maybe it's the actor. I don't know. Maybe he can do that. I don't know. But anyway, he's come to pick up. There he is. He's come to pick up Lana. There she is from the diner. By the way, this were all filmed in California. I think were it after the third or from the third one, or from the fourth one. They all start to be filmed in California. The earlier ones were filmed over on the East Coast, weren't they? Which is where it's supposed to be. Isn't it? It's supposed to be, relatively close to New York, innit? Somewhere in that area, innit? But they started filming in California. And the diner is the Rock Store on Mulholland Highway in Cornell, California. So there we go. I think the halfway house might be Rancho Rosita. I'm guessing. I don't know. And where the greasers are killed, that's what it says here. Greasers are killed. That were on Franklin Canyon Drive in Beverly Hills. That's all it says. Sorry, Justin. The Roy actor did play Jason also at Pass. The waitress looks so much like my high school sweetheart. Maybe she is. She reminds me a bit of... I forgot her name now. They were a wrestler in WWE a while ago. She's not in anymore. I forgot her name. She had blonde hair like that. She was supposed to be... I think she was like an ex-marine or something like that turned to wrestling. She's not in it. I forgot her name. She looks a bit like her. Anyway, where were we? Here she is. But the ex-wife of that Sharky fella, that Sharky actor, Tom Sharky, I don't know. But anyway, she gets her boobs out. I'm going to have to be careful because boobage coming on in a minute. So anyway, so the flirting, she's just finishing off. There we go, finishes tidying up. And she gets, I've skipped over it. She gets her boobs out now. Says she looks hot and all that. But he's going to have some drugs. There we go, just what the doctor ordered. She's getting ready. And the cat scares her. Is it the cat going to scare her now? There we go. Somebody throws a cat at her. We'll get past it in a minute. Here we go. She comes out. And somebody throws a cat. I think they literally just threw a cat at her. There we go. Oh dear. No, not Sunday or Alundra Blaze, whatever they call it. More recent. I forgot her name now. Anyway, she got a really... I think Vince liked her because she had blonde hair and, and she was a good wrestler as well, but then she got dropped and I don't think she does wrestling anymore now. Anyway, it's showtime. All right. Anyway, where were we? Right. So I was waiting for her, and then we see, there we go. We see a prosthetic head here because he's going to get got by Jason now. I think with a hammer or something. Boink! Oh no, it's an axe in his head. Apparently, obviously, that was supposed to go on longer than it did, and somebody was saying, I think in the commentary, they were saying that the fella who did the axe to the head, that to do it a few times, and he says it was starting to make him feel a bit ill. But obviously, it all got cut. Anyway, right, so she's going out. Where's he gone? Whoever he is, I've forgotten his name. Maybe it said, maybe it didn't. So she's waiting, wondering where he's gone. She's going to take his drugs because they're on the floor now. There we go. Waste a lot of money. More for me. And then she sees, loads of blood and a bloody axe and some feet. And Jason gets, Jason gets her now. Stabs her in the abdomen. Because we see her. There we go. Hang on. Before it fades out. There we go. With an axe in her. You wouldn't die that quick, would you? From an axe. Not in your guts. Anyway. Right, meanwhile, next morning or whatever, back at the halfway house, Tommy's looking out the window. They were saying in the commentary that it should be a drinking game. Every time Tommy's looking out the window, have a shot. There he is looking out the window. With no top on. They're always making fun of him as well, saying, that's a handsome guy. But he sees Jason, but we see Jason with the red on. We haven't seen the other Jason yet, have we? Not his face, anyway. His mask, should I say. But we see him there, but he's like, no, it's not real. And obviously he's gone. Much like Michael Myers. Anyway, meanwhile, the sheriff's copying for it from the mayor, saying, catch this is a small town, we're supposed to be safe, do your job, etc. And the sheriff's saying, I know who it is, it's Jason Voorhees. Jason Voorhees is dead. He would say, he was cremated, but we learn that he wasn't cremated, don't we, in the 6th film, but anyway. His body was cremated, nothing but a handful of ashes. Are you sure? Did you see that? And then we learn in part 6 that he wasn't cremated. And then get me a goddamn live suspect. That's it looks like a fake head, doesn't it? So that's about to blow up from scanners or something. Anyway. It looked like a movie poster from the 80s. What did? Actually, I've forgotten already what I was looking at. The Jason standing there with the axe. Anyway, so so Tina's hanging out some washing. She is with her ampleness, and here comes, I forgot his name already. Him, is it Eddie? I can't remember. So they're going to go off and do it in the woods. So off they go into the woods to do it. Here we go. There we go. We have to be careful here now, but they're being watched. And we see that they're being watched. So it must be so he must have cleared out the chicken coop, that drifter fella, and had some of Ethel's horrible stew. And now he's just hanging about in the woods, I'm guessing. There we go. He's spying on them and licking his lips. The director hated the mayor's acting. Did he say it in the commentary? I can't remember. I think he were okay. It was your typical, authority figure chewing out another authority figure scene, wasn't it? Which is fair enough. Anyway, he's watching them at it. I'm going to have to be careful here now because there's significant boobage going on. So there could be some... anyway, get ready with your pause button. Pardon me. Anyway, he's watching them at it, and but he turns around to leave, and then he gets stabbed in the gut. There we go. By Jason. So he just dies instantly as well. These gut shots are just killing people instantly. Maybe Jason uses some sort of nerve toxin on his weapons. There we go. He's dead already. Right, so they're at it. Look, that was a nice one. You know that they're at it, but not showing anything off. Now they are. Oh, crikey, that's close, wasn't it? And luckily, I'm hurrying is hiding. The I'm hurrying text is hiding a bit of nipplage. Anyway, so he goes off. He says, I'm going to go wash up. So he goes off to wash up, pulling his jeans on. And she's just going to lie nude on their sheet. And we see her lie nude on the sheet. And then Jason gets her. Oh, crikey. Oh, I'm blooming number. And then Jason gets her. There we go. With some, very like the burning, isn't it? Steady. She gets got. There we go, with them. Like the burning. Except you don't see fingers getting chopped off. Overrated film, in my opinion, but never mind. So he gets her with the shears. Meanwhile, he's washing up by some, stagnant pond. But anyway. And then he goes back to see Debbie Sue Voorhees. There she is. He says, are you asleep? And then we see, there we go. Oh, steady. Oh, crikey. That was close, wasn't it? See that she's had her eyes poked out. We saw her boobs again as well. All right, he goes, and backs off into a tree for some reason. And then Jason gets him with a leather strap he just happened to have on him. And tightens it up and squishes his head. There we go, like that. So that's the end of him as well. And then for some reason we see a crow. No, we haven't. I don't think we've seen one all film, and then we just see a crow land on, as though it were like they were just filming, just happened to catch it. Thought that's staying in. Oh dear. Oh, and then it disappears. I like it when that happens. Sorry. Trying to cheer myself up. Anyway, right. So later on, when it's got dark now, Pam is gonna. I'll just call it Trillion. No, Pam is gonna take Reggie to see his brother, Demon. There we go. So they're going in the company pickup truck, and they're wondering where's Tina and Eddie. Where are they? We don't know where they are. She's saying, they'll come home when they're hungry. Little do they know they're not coming home. Anyway, so take Tommy's been moping about, so take him. Just get him out of my sight, basically. So Tommy goes with them. And off they go to see Demon, leaving them two behind. Little do they know, leave them behind to get got. But we don't know that yet. Right, off they go to the trailer park. I wonder if it's the same one where Grandpa worked before 5 years. Well, no, only a year earlier, wasn't it, in Last Starfighter? That came out in 84, this came out in 85. Starlight, Star Bright. Anyway, so they arrive here at the trailer park. That's Demon's camper van. So there they go. Could have been one all shaking about, or it? So he goes and knocks on the door, and there we go. We see. There's for Pete's sake. There we go. There's Demon, his brother. What does he do? Does he just travel around? Is he a musician or a drug dealer? I don't know what he does. But he travels a lot, he says. The Demon, actually, in Return of the Living Dead also, he's kind of famous also. I think they did mention that in the commentary, but let's say I don't know him. Let's have a look. Miguel A. Nunes Jr. Right, there we go. He's an American actor. In Return of the Living Dead, Tour of Duty. Jumping Jack Flash, we're in that as well. Action Jackson. Lethal Weapon 3, we're in that. Carnosaur 2. I've never seen any of the Carnosaur films. Oh dear. Yeah, so that's it. It's been in a lot of films. And TV as well. Automan, remember that? Yeah, I do. Lois and Clark. Babylon 5, who were in that episode. A Distant Star. Is A Distant Star the episode that's in like sections where it ends up like a million years in the future or something like that? I can't remember. Anyway, whatever. Yes, so it's been in a lot of stuff. As Miguel. Anyway, is he the one? Oh no, because I think that's Return of the Living Dead Part 2, where there's a zombie that looks like Michael Jackson. Anyway, so here we are. So there we see. He's got a girlfriend with him, so good they want at it. When Reggie arrived, and I think the commentary they're saying she looks like the girl from the Michael Jackson Thriller video, but it's not her. Joanna Man is his most famous. I've never heard of it. Genuinely never heard of that. Anyway. Right, so that's Anita, by the way. So there you go. Anyway, they're all having a nice time. They're eating enchiladas, by the way. Meanwhile, Tommy's just hanging about by the pickup truck, and he's going to get into an altercation in a minute. He kind of gets hypnotised by the flashing of the trailer park thing. So I don't know. Is this where Joss Whedon got his idea for in Serenity with River Tam and the adverts on the TV? Is he going to go Miranda? Well, he does in a minute because he kicks somebody's bum. Anyway, There we go. Here comes Junior on his motorbike. He's really scared you, didn't I? And Tommy just beats the piss out of him. So I was going to say it. There we go. Or a stuntman does. A stuntman beats the poop out of Junior. But sometimes it's John Shepherd. But anyway, then he beats him up, and then gets stopped by Pam. There goes she goes, Tommy, and he goes running off. In a minute, does he? Does he go running off? Yes, he goes running off. Ah! And then she says, Reggie, we've got to go home now. So Reggie leaves them, and so they're carrying. By the way, all while this were got, while Reggie was seeing his brother, and Pam were there, as like the supervisor, so to speak, or chaperone. I think the smoking drugs, married Joanna or whatever, and he says he's going to have a tug on it, but then his guts start going. So, those enchiladas. So he goes running to the lavatory. There he is, and so he's having a poo. There he is, feeling relief. Doesn't wipe his bum. Why don't they wipe the bums? Not the only Friday the 30th. I think in the third one, somebody was sat on the toilet doing stuff because we could hear it plopping, and just don't bother wiping the bums. I don't know. It's disgusting. Maybe it's got a built-in bidet. Anyway, all right. It starts shaking, you think, ooh, but it turns out it's Anita joking with him. Can we read any of this graffiti? Because I think some of the graffiti is relevant to the film, I think, maybe, or past films. But anyway, she's having a joke and shaking it. There we go. Fadden was here. So is that Victor? Even though it's spelt wrong, it's only one D. But, well, Victor, has Victor been in there at some point? I don't know. Because he was called Victor Fadden, wasn't he? There we go. The end of the world is near thing there. So has Crazy Ralph been in there, or that fella from the third one with the eye? Maybe he's been in there as well. They say the Junior guy is a very nice guy in real life. Tommy kicked his butt, but felt bad for Junior, though he really didn't understand what he was doing. Well, no, he can't help himself, can he? He just reacts, doesn't he? But yeah. Well, I said they're actors, aren't they? So they said that played Ethel were a sweetheart. In real life. I suppose they all are, mostly. I bet him that played Victor were very nice as well. Anyway, so he's getting cross, but they end up singing. Can't read. That says Harley's rule. Do not write on the walls. Can't read that. But anyway. Oh, hang on, here we go. Can't make that out. What does that say? Remember... Does that say USA? Remember something USA? Can't read it. Needs the... I can't bloody read it. No, can't read it. Can't make it out. Never mind. Anyway, so... But then she starts singing... And then it goes quiet and they start shaking again. Thought I was the only one who noticed the no wipe, but I noticed things like that. Does me head in. Ooh, look, a Winnebago in the background. I noticed stuff like that. And it goes all quiet. It starts shaking again. Says, oh, now you're going to get it, bitch. Because he's a tough guy. Hang on. But then he opens the door and sees Anita there with her throat cut. So he goes, oh no! And then Jason's somehow got hold of, something big and long. There we go. A big long metal pole thing, which I don't know where they got it from. I don't even know what it is. But he thinks he's doing a magic trick, with the swords in the box. He's doing that. There we go. Gets him in the leg. And then gets him through the guts. And then he dies, because, gut shots kill everybody instantly in these films, don't they? And I remember in the commentary, the director was saying, he sacrificed himself for the film. He died in real life. No, he didn't. He's joking. Right, so right, they arrive back at the halfway house, and out come them two. I forgot the names. Violet. I forgot the names. Anyway, whatever. So he comes out and he tells them that Matt and George have gone. They don't know where George is, and he said Matt didn't say where they were going, and then I think Violet or the other one says he did say where they were going. Oh, he's Jake. There we go. And what they're called, I can't bloody remember. Robin and Violet. There we go. And Robin says, Matt did say where they were going. He said they were going to look for Tina and Eddie. So, right, okay then. And so she puts Jake in charge and says, Reggie, you go to bed. I want you in bed when I get back. There you go. So she's going to go and look for Matt and George now. Meanwhile, Junior's riding his motorbike round. He's really angry and he's shouting, I want you to murder them, Mum. They hurt me. So she's making the stew and spitting in it. Is it going to show it? Is it going to show it? She spits in it because she's disgusting. There we go. She spits in the stew. Flavouring. But anyway. So saying, get off that bike. So he's riding about in anger. He's really angry. And then he gets his head chopped off. Yay! Like that. Yay! Nice bit. Decapitation! If you watch Brandon Tenold reviews, he likes doing that, doesn't he? And then she gets got through the window. She get an axe or a chopper to her head through the window. Thusly, there we go. Oh, she's crushing the tomatoes. By the way, lots of the head in the stew. Lots of very nice looking vegetables. So they're eating well, aren't they? They're eating healthy. Lovely fingernails, look. Anyway, so that's them done for. Meanwhile, on this road, this looks like the same stretch of road that the greasers were got on, doesn't it? Does it? I don't know. Anyway, Pam breaks down. The car stops working, or the truck breaks down. And she's like, oh, blimey. So she sets off walking. Meanwhile, back at the halfway house, Robin and Jake are watching a film. I can't remember what it was. They did mention it in the commentary. Nobody knew what it was, and then somebody finally said what film it was. I don't know what it is. They're watching an old film, and Jake says he likes Robin, and he wants to make love to her. And she just laughs at him, and there you go. And he says, I didn't mean it, and goes off in a sulk, crying actually, which is quite sad. Because as I said, they're all like, they're not. I'm just trying to think of the right word. They're all that, they're mentally challenged, aren't they? So they're not acting. They're all like mental ages of probably, younger people. They're not acting their age. So he's crying, poor Jake, because she's rebuffed him. Anyway, so we're going to see Violet. She's listening to her music and doing her robot dancing. And she's telling him to bog off. So off he goes. Excuse me. And he's going to get got in a minute. Is it now? Oh, there we go. Turns round and he gets got by Jason. With an axe. But it doesn't show it. I bet it did in the original cut. Why don't they save all the blooming footage and, just release an unrated cut or something afterwards? It's dead annoying. For part 6, all they had left were like video stills, video, low quality video footage and stuff. Oh, it does me head in. Anyway, I wouldn't mind. Right, so she turns off the telly, tells him to go to bed. Oh no, she's going up. Hey, stay, no. Boobage. For crying out loud. Anyway, she gets got. I thought it was going to be a bit like the way Kevin Bacon were killed. It's kind of similar. In the first one, she gets a machete through her because she's on the top bunk. So does she share a room with somebody? Maybe, I don't know. There we go. Gets her through the top bunk. So never sleep on the top bunk. So that's the end of Robin and Jake. Just Violet left now and Reggie. And Violet's doing her robot dancing, which is kind of cool, I must admit. Wish I could do it. I can't dance. Anyway, so she's at it. She doesn't hear somebody sneaking up on her. She turns round, nobody there. And then, I don't understand. I'm trying to sort out what's going on. Because from this view, we can see the slope of the wall behind her. And then it cuts to the wide shot. Oh, for Pete's sake. Cuts to the wide shot. There we go. But she's facing the other way. And I don't know. Anyway, never mind. And then she gets got. There we go. He gets her as Jason, picks her up. Jason picks her up. And another one that gets just stabbed in the abdomen. There's a lot of abdomen stabbing in this. Say that 3 times quickly. Abdomen stabbing in this. So that's the end of poor Violet. Meanwhile, Reggie wakes up and does he find them? I don't know. Finds them all dead with the boobs out. Now she's got back all wet and looking, hotter than she has with all film, to be honest. Now she's drenched. But anyway, they've got to get out of there. Now she finds all the dead bodies. Here comes Jason. There we go. Wonder if he knew that door were like really, because it's Roy, by the way. It's this. We learn that later, but what the heck? Spoilers. It's Roy, and we see he's got the wrong colour mask on for the start. It's not red. He's got the blue things on. But never mind. Did you know that door was really weak, or is Roy just super strong? I don't know. Anyway, but it's supposed to think it's Jason, obviously. Violet's original death was used to be very naughty and nasty. Yes, she was supposed to be like. It was similar to the death that the fella had in was it 4, where he got him. The fella was doing a walking on his hands, wasn't he? Upside down, and Jason got him like that. And hers was supposed to be similar, wasn't it? It's supposed to, that sort of thing. Which were upside down for some reason. I can't remember why, but he got her like that. That fella in the previous film. But they didn't do it, did they? Keep door closed. They'll have trouble now, won't they? Anyway, here comes Jason. So they go running off. There they are, running off. Just make sure we're still going, by the way. Oh, yes, we're okay. We're okay. So off they go to the barn. Well, they run through the woods to somewhere, and they come across. They come across the ambulance. That's it, and they find the other paramedic. I'm going to show him. The other paramedic, Duke. There he is. He's dead. Obviously, still with his gum in his mouth. So obviously, Roy. Fought his Roy doing the killing. Got his revenge. Oh, excuse me. For what Duke said earlier on in the film when they collected Joey's body. Eh dear. Oh, stupid lids on these plastic bottles. Anyway. So that's him. He's got him as well. So, oh no, the ambulance. Why don't they just drag him out and take the ambulance? But no, they go running off. Actually, buddy Reggie's thought, sod this, I'm off. The director had a naughty mind. Well, yes, because I say, but didn't just direct regular movies, did he? Off Reggie goes, just leaves Pam. Yes, more water on the shirt. And, anyway, leaves Pam behind. Here comes Jason. They must have seen her. We saw her scream. She must have seen him. I can't remember, but here he comes, Jason. So she goes running off, wet through. Her and the mum from forward, they got on well. She liked jogging in the rain as well, didn't she? So off they go. And she's going, Reggie, where are you? And then he's going, Pam, where are you? I thought, well, you ran off, Reggie, you little sod. Anyway, this is the scene also where she keeps losing a jumper and finding it again. So let's go back a bit, because Some shots she hasn't got the jumper on there. She's got the jersey, sweater, whatever you want to call it. She's got it on there. That's Reggie, isn't it? Yep, that's Reggie. She's still got it on there. She's going to lose it at some point and then get it back. She finds Matt, who's got a whatever that is through his head. I've no idea what that is, but he's dead. With his throat cut as well, for good measure. I think she's supposed to lose the sweater here. She loses. We see the sweater drop off her shoulders, so she runs off. For Pete's sake, there she is. No sweater, but she's going to have it back in a minute. Yes, Reggie had the best scream. Yes, earlier on. Let's go back and listen to Reggie's scream. It's a proper girl scream, innit? Here they come. Right, so we'll get there. Right, you ready? Are we? Hang on. Oh, is it now? Is it now or is it later? Proper girl scream. Is it a railroad spike? Oh, right. Are they common? They're just hanging out, just railroad spikes just lying about everywhere. Obviously so. Anyway, it's off they go. Now, we've done all this bit, haven't we? She finds Matt. There we go, Matt's dead. She's running about, loses her sweater, then finds it again. She's lost her sweater there, look. She gets in the house. Is it actually? No, it's during this bit. She loses it and finds it again. There you go, she's got it there. I want to show the bits where she's got it and then she ain't got it. Hang on, is this a bit? No, she's got the sweater there. There, she's got the sweater there because they kept pointing it out in the commentary. Lost the sweater. No sweater there. Look, no sweater there. And then the next time we see her, she'll have the sweater on again. In a minute. There we go. She's got a sweater back now. Look. So obviously the editing left a lot to be desired. So she's got the sweater. Then she finds Matt. And then we see the sweater drops off her. So she's lost the sweater again. And I think now she hasn't got it anymore. Let's see if the sweater reappears. Anyway, she's back in the house. Where the hell's Reggie? God knows. But she's looking fine in her wet shirt. What's she found now? She finds... yes. George comes through the window, gets thrown through the window, with his eyes poked out for some reason. He had the thing about poking people's eyes out in this, didn't he? Don't know why. It never explains it, some of the stuff. Anyway, so they go running off. I think he says they've got, for some reason, they've got a barn. So she heads to the barn, falling over, obviously, because she's a woman. Here comes Jason. But then here comes Reggie in a bulldozer. We actually did see it in the background earlier on in the film. But he knows how to drive it. I wouldn't know the first thing about these bloody things. And he hits Jason. Square in the chest with it and knocks him flying and does actually hurt him. This is where it's first inkling that this isn't really Jason. Had to lose the sweater, cost the water and shirt, yes. Got to get more water on that thin shirt. Anyways, Jason writhing about in agony, gets her. They go running to the barn. Oh no, they go check him out first. Obviously not a good idea because he's going to get up again, isn't he? He gets up. So there we go. Boots him in the face. And off they go into the barn. And Jason gets up. Look, see he's injured, look. I'm guessing, because we know it's Roy now, it's Roy. He must take loads of painkillers, taking some drug or something, as a PCP or something like that. So he just keeps going, I'm guessing. Maybe, don't know. Paramedic, he would have access to drugs and stuff, wouldn't he? Anyway, he follows him into the barn. There he is. By the way, the cinematography on this film is really good, isn't it? It is really good. The lighting and everything, it's excellent. Top notch. Anyway, so he's looking for him. And Yes, I just I'm remembering bits. He hears a noise, and it's a ruse, because we learned that, he's hiding his Reggie. Pam's got a chainsaw, yeah, she's going all ash on him with a chainsaw. Yeah, all right, Pam, get him with the chainsaw. So she's fighting him off with a chainsaw. She does get him as well, in the arm, look. And then the chainsaw runs out of gas. So she just throws it at him. Is it this bit? Yeah, just throw it. Yeah, just throws it at him. Should have thrown a cat at him. Anyway, so they go and hide upstairs, but up the ladders, and he's going to follow them. But then Tommy arrives, Tommy Jarvis. It looks like Kane Hodder there. They're like Kane Hodder eyes, aren't they? But it's not Kane Hodder, because if it were Kane Hodder, he'd be going... That's what Jason does with his Kane Hodder, doesn't he? It's very chesty. Anyway, Tommy's here. There we go. And they're saying, "Run, Tommy, run!" But he can't, because he's that deaf, dumb, and blind kid. Sure plays a mean pinball, etc. But he's thinking it's an hallucination again. But it can't be, because it'd be red in his mask. It'd be red, wouldn't it? Not blue. So anyways, remembering back, and then he gets slashed with the thing, and then he gets his Chekhov's knife, comes back out. He must have thought, I might need my knife. Got it out from under his mattress, and thought, I might need this, and put it in his pocket. So there we go. He stabs him in the upper thigh. There we go. Or is it in the, as the director said in the commentary, right in the scrotum. And I went, no, it's his upper thigh. Anyway, stabbed him in there. So he goes running up the ladder, and Jason gets back up again, because, it's like the bloody Duracell bunny, isn't it? Anyway, so they go up. He climbs up and finds Tommy lying there. And I thought this was going to be another trick. But it was. I think he's genuinely unconscious. Is Tommy, and anyway, so he goes looking for others. Keeps showing this rope, but nothing really happens with that. But anyway, they basically knock him out of the. There we go. He jumps on him and knocks him out of the barn, and there we go. We see that, whatever it is, some farm machinery or something for stacking bales of hay. So I don't know what the hell it is. For killing axe murderers, that's what it's for, isn't it? We think he's gone on to that, but it doesn't actually show it. So we know he's not, because they've got to go and have a look to make sure. Sorry, Justin. Yes, it was a very nice shot film. It is. The director also had a 3-picture deal, this movie and 2 others also, but didn't make any more films. No, he hadn't. I say, had a nasty motoring accident or something, didn't he? And he never directed another film, did he? He wanted to, but obviously he's never had the chance. Anyway. So obviously he's not dead. He's gonna, there we go. He's hanging on there, and he's gonna drag himself back up, or drag them out, or whatever. But then Tommy arrives with the machete. Here he comes. He's gonna wake up the machete, and I'm not exactly sure what happens here. Right, I'm gonna play this a frame at a time. I want to see what he hits. I think he hits Jason's hand. With the right, he does. It's Jason's hand with the machete. I thought he did, but it happens that fast when you're watching it. I actually, at one point, I thought he'd hit Reggie's leg, but no, he hits Jason's hand. Look, 'cause it's all moving about so fast. Look, you don't really see. Like I say, just ding, and he don't really show it much there. I think where he hit him, it hid under his sleeve, didn't it? So it didn't really. That shot didn't work out as well. Anyway, then what's her face? Pam hits Jason. Hang on, where are we? Go on, show us. Hang on, where is it? I thought Pam hit him with something. No, right, he stabs him. I could have swore Pam hit him with something. Where is it? Is he going to show it? No. There's something being cut out of this version. I'm sure in the Blu-ray version. I think she had something. I thought she whacked him. Maybe I'm just thinking of a different part of the film. Anyway, he falls. Does Jason? Justy says, I love Kane, as in Kane Hodder, but his Jason is okay. Part 7 and 8 are great, but Ted White in 4 and Part 6 are the best. I'm a Kane Hodder fan. I like Kane Hodder because I've met him at a convention. So, and Friday the 13th Part 8 is my favourite. I know it's not the best, but it's my favourite. Said Ted in Part 4 is best. C.G. Graham in Part 6 is second. Kane third. Brooke in Part 3 was good also. Anyway, what about Jason X? That was Kane as well. Anyway, I think. Anyway, he falls. There we go. He falls onto the spikes. There we go. So that's the end of Jason. But it's not. We see, look, it's... there we see the mask. And we see that it's that fella... But it's not, it could be anybody, couldn't it? But it's Roy, the paramedic, and then we're going to learn now. We're going to have the psycho end scene where we get, the explanation. Exposition, that's what I'm looking for. Anyway, we see a nurse with lovely nails. Are they real, do you reckon, or falses? I don't know, but she's filing them. But there she is. Kate. Can't read what it says. Oh, pardon me. Yates, is it? No, that's not her, is it? Just see if it says. No, I don't know. But she's well tasty anyway, whoever the hell she is. Does it say nurse? Nurse. No, she's uncredited, I think. She isn't even in the uncredited bit. So that doesn't say Nurse Yates, does it? No, it doesn't. There's a Nurse Yates, a receptionist, played by Suzanne Bateman. I don't think that's her. Anyway, because we see another nurse later on. Jason X is but love the film. It's not the best ever, but, I like Jason X because it's space. But I like Part 8 because that's my fave. It kind of don't look like Roy. No, it didn't look a lot like him, did it? But anyway, right, so we're in the hospital now with a hot nurse called Kate something. It's like Conlon or something, doesn't it? But anyway, doing her nails. There she is. And then we see there, sitting there. And then the sheriff's going to come over and explain everything, that it was Roy, the paramedic, and it turns out... Joey was Roy's son. There we go. Just happened to have a photo of Joey, not a baby picture of Joey or Joey as a kid. Joey as we saw him. Well, the actor who played Joey. Just happened to have a close-up photo of him for some reason. Don't know how we got that, but anyway, kept it hidden all these years. But why didn't he say, Joey is my son, I will look after him? Don't know. Maybe you were a party person and he didn't want the responsibility. But yeah, he was a paramedic. But anyway. I love Kane in Part 7. That Jason is the best looking. I honestly can't remember. It's a while since I've sat and watched through them all. It's Part 7, the one with the psychic girl. It is, isn't it? Yeah. The one with the psychic girl. For no reason. Anyway, yes, poor Joey. Poor Joey. All the rest of them, not that bothered about. But, Joey, didn't deserve what happened to him. But bloody Vic, as far as we know, got away, he's safe. Didn't kill him, did he? Unless we didn't see it. They should have shown Vic dead somewhere, shouldn't they, that Roy had got him. But they didn't. Anyway, we saw she had loads of newspaper clippings and all that stuff, so we're into all that. And then she has some sort of thought, and so she goes to check on Tommy. Oh, crikey. Roy was like Mrs. Voorhees. Yeah, essentially. Yeah, we like that one too. That reveal. But I still think in the first one, in my head canon, she didn't do all the killing. I think Jason did some of the killing in the first one. I don't think she did them all. Because it's obviously a bloke, isn't it? In some of those shots. But anyway. Right, so is that Nurse Yates? I have no idea. It can't be, can it? It's an old biddy, isn't it? Oh, let's have a look. Susan Bateman as Nurse Yates. She doesn't have a bloody Wikipedia entry for crying out loud. I'm supposed to know what she looks like. Oh, it is her. Yes. All right. That is Nurse Bates. What else has she been in? Don't know. But she's well tasty anyway. There we go. Anyway. Tina in part 7 was like Carrie. Yes, she was, wasn't she? Yeah. Anyway. He's in bed, is Tommy, all injured and stuff, because remember he got slashed and all that, with the nurse sitting by him, reading a book, Shades of American Werewolf in London, perchance, we're going to have a dream sequence. Yes, we are, because he's going to wake up and get Pam, stab her, there we go, because he had to have a machete. But it's all a dream, there we go. But it's not going to be like a double dream, or is it? Who knows? Anyway, then he has another hallucination of Jason with his red on again, and the bit missing from his mask. And then he just fades away as he's looking. He's going to show it. There we go. As he's watching, he fades away as though, I have beaten you, Jason. You no longer control me, maybe. But anyway, he gets out of bed. Goes to his drawer, and then for some reason, they've let him keep. I don't know. Is this is Roy's mask, isn't it? They've let him keep that mask in his drawer of his personal possessions for some weird reason. Don't know why. Yeah, it's Roy's mask. It's got the blue flashes on. So why has he been allowed to keep that? Don't know. Should be in an evidence bag somewhere. But anyway, she comes in to check on him. Does Pam? I don't know if we hear glass smashing. I don't know. But she opens up the door. The glass is all smashed. And she goes, "Oh, Tommy's jumped through the window." But then when we turn round, he's behind her with a mask on. And does he have a machete? Oh no, it's a big knife. Where the hell's he got that from? He's in hospital. Anyway, and then it ends. There we go. Zoom in. I think this is another dream sequence myself. There we go. The end of part 5. A new beginning. And it is a new beginning, sort of. Justin says, I agree somewhat that Jason was in the original besides the boy in Lake part. I think he was stalking around but didn't take anyone out. Maybe so. I think he did. It doesn't really matter, does it? We know what we think. That's my personal headcanon. But there we go. That's the end of part 5. A good film, a good, a good example of the series. One of the better ones, in my opinion. There's lots of deaths, and I just wish we had an uncut version. Like with part 6, I wish we had an uncut version of that. But anyway, apparently it ends on a cliffhanger. Tommy's now Jason, a bit like Halloween 4, where it turned out it was Danielle Harris. She became the new Michael Myers, and then they forgot about it for the next film, which they kind of do for part 6. Tommy Jarvis is in it again, and I don't think they mentioned this bit, so I think that was another dream. I think, like in the American Werewolf in London, we had a double dream. But anyway, so there we go. Wingrace says, it was me, I did it all. All ago. Because Wingrace is Jessica Fletcher from Murder, She Wrote. She killed them all, didn't she? Just as he was originally going to have attacked her. It matters. It's good to have theories. It is, yes. Well, I'm going to say it doesn't matter. I mean, it's it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? I'm not having a go. Anyway, it don't matter to me. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, my theory doesn't matter. That's what I'm trying to say. My theory doesn't matter to me. It's just my head canon. Yes, Windgrace is Jason. Anyway, so there we go. That's the end of the film. There we go. Lots of credits. And apparently Bruce's Catering, where is it? Were really good. Where does it say? There we go. Bruce's Gourmet Catering, they said were really good. Oh, excuse me. The name of that film that they were watching. That's Songs, isn't it? Let's see if it says the name of that film, that black and white film they were watching. No, it's not going to show us, is it? Never mind. Not telling us what it is. It'll be a Paramount flick. So there we go. That's the end of part 5. I don't know when the next Friday the 13th is. Have we got another one this year? Let's have a look. I did check last time and I've forgotten. Friday the 13th in 2026. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, for Pete's sake, go away. What year are we on? 2026. Another in November. We've got to wait till November for the next one. So, there we go. Wingate says, I am Jason, but the Power Ranger, not the killer. Anyway, there we go. So I'll get rid of that. All done and dusted for another week. A good film. Like I say, one of the better ones in my opinion. Looks really good, and like I say, I just wish we had an uncut version, but unfortunately not. Why can't they find it? I mean, they found episodes of bloody old Doctor Who's, haven't they, from the 1960s, which the BBC are going to release. The Daleks' Master Plan or something like that, isn't it? Episodes, like old black and white Doctor Who's. Why can't we find the uncut versions of part 5 and 6, Friday the 13th, and the Spider Pit from King Kong? But anyway. Right, so we've all done the dust, we'll leave it there. What's coming up next? I don't know what I'm doing on Sunday yet. I haven't decided. Maybe nothing. We'll see. I'll think of something. Or not. But on Monday, where is it? For Magnificent Mondays, this week we're doing Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson. A decent version of the thing. I don't know a huge amount about Ghost in the Shell, I must admit. I've seen the original, was it 95, 96 animated version. I've not seen the others. Played the game on the PS1 a bit. Didn't get very far, but I played it. Anyway, that's on Monday. Next Wednesday for the Watch Party Wednesday, we're going to watch Battle Beyond the Stars. Yay! That's what we're watching on Wednesday. And I haven't decided what next Friday's film is. Justin says, yes, part 5 is good. It is. It's really good. It's one of the better ones, I must admit. Gets too much hate. It does, yeah. I think because it's not Jason, is it? It's because it's not Jason. I think that's why people don't like it. But it might as well be Jason. And my hair's gone mad in there, isn't it? It might as well be Jason. It just turns out not to be. Anyway. Winger says, I really like Standalone Complex. As I've not seen. I've only seen that, the original and the live action. I've got the original DVD. I've been looking for it and I can't find the bugger. And I don't think I've seen it recently. I'm sure I've seen it when I was going through my DVDs and looking for stuff. I'm sure I saw it, but I can't find it again now. So I don't know. Ghost in the Shell live action is good. It is. I liked it. Didn't get enough love. It was very good. Yes, but there were, accusations of whitewashing or whatever they call it. Because getting a Western actress to play, and obviously a Japanese. I don't know, but anyway, whatever. Right, so we'll leave it there. We're all done and dusted. So thanks, Justin, for the super chat, super sticker, and thanks for that. It does really help. Thanks, Win Grace. I don't think anybody else popped in, did they? Let's have a check. I don't think they did. Let's have a quick look up. No. Nobody else popped in. Let's look on Rumble. Nah. Nobody ever says anything on Rumble. 2 people watching, though. One of them's me. Right, so we'll leave it there. We're all done and dusted. I don't think there'll be a UFO news this week. Maybe not. Probably not. And I've got to carry on watching Star Trek Voyager Season 4. I don't know. I think I'm only halfway through. For some reason, it's taken me a long time. But anyway. Right, so we'll leave it there. So thanks for watching, wherever you are. Don't have nightmares. Look after each other. And until next time, I'll say the...